We are down in the field today by the river. Location change. We've got a lot of room to work. Continuing heel. We like to change up locations often when we're training heel. It helps the dogs generalize it so they're not only trained to heel in the location that they were taught, if that makes sense. So no matter where we go, you still have to listen, and that is a lot easier if you train in different places and not the same place every day. Constantly recapping, so a stay and a walk away.
Oh, that's a good girl. All right, Josie.
Good girl.
Oh, look at that cute little thing. What did she just do? That was amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Good girl. That recall and stay is a nice recap whenever you go somewhere new. Because if they're going to be a hard time, you get to talk about basics and see if there's going to be a hard time. So far, so good. All right, Josie, we're going to try this again. Stay. Good girl.
See, this is kind of where we didn't have time during the 5-day board and train. We didn't have time to start heel, so I'm excited to continue and stop with all the old stuff.
Josie, stay. And very nice.
Look at her ear. It's like an antenna. Working on that impulse control. We don't want her name to mean run as fast as you can over to us. We want her name to mean stop, look, and listen.
That's a good stay. Look at that one ear.
I know, it's like an antenna.
And Josie, that's good. And come, good girl. And we're going to go right here. Yes, we are.
Learning the heel position.
Wow.
Walking next to and slightly behind the left leg. Anytime a gap is created, the collar turns on and she gets a recall back. So right now, it's easy to get her to make a mistake. But as we go, she's gonna say, oh my gosh, like how do I keep this collar off? I need to stay in heel because every time I leave his leg, the collar turns on. So she's like, I wanna stop getting this thing to turn on. So she's gonna stay in heel. The collar's gonna stay off and she's gonna get praise.
Good girl. Good girl. That's it. Good girl. Look at this young lady. Whoa, try not to step on her. That's been my biggest.
I know.
Good. I'm trying so
She's
hard.
like so fragile.
I'm terrified to step on her. Yeah, I like to start without the leash in my hand so that we can go through all the mistakes like this, and then we'll pick up the leash. This will create our off leash, right? Oh. Good girl.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at this smart little girl. Look at her. Wow, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. So she doesn't follow at home, right? Mentally, this is like there's a state they can go into when they're in like migration mode and they're kind of following each other, where they just literally just kind of zone out, like when we're driving and you're just not even aware of it, you're just following the traffic. That's a mode that when she chooses to go into it, this is going to look a lot smoother. Good, because you can see her already kind of understanding what to do, but
she loses
the whole thing is, well, I want to go explore.
See, right there.
So I say, well, exploring you need permission for first, because that's a very interactive activity, and I'm saying I need you passive until I give you permission. Look.
This is good.
This is very good. Do you see that nose?
Yeah, she lets it go. She gets the stem, recall back.
Look. She's only there for a split second. What she's going to start to realize is that it's a mentality. The follower mentality, it's a mentality. You're saying, I'm just going to look at where my owner's going, and I'm just going to follow along. Like we're driving in traffic, and you're behind the car in front of you. You're just following. Good. Not trying to swerve and go past and make a fuss. Good. But look, good girl. So there's a lot of confidence in her, which I like. I like the confidence. I want this. But I want confidence in following, not confidence in leading, right? So you gotta watch her, because even though she's tiny, like in reality, she is no threat to anybody, right? In her own mind, something happened where she thinks she's the one.
Big.
The one amongst all living things. So, I mean, it's not true, right? We have to share that reality with her so she doesn't become delusional. These become delusional because we treat them different, because they're so small, right? If they're doing something wrong, we go pick them up. If they're jumping, we pick them up. If they're pulling, we pick them up. If they're barking, we pick, right? Big dogs, 95 pounders, they're not getting that, right? So the delusion's created, and in that is the overreactiveness. Okay, so let's give her some truth and some taste of reality that, you know, we're a leader and we are more competent than her, and if she follows, she's good, and if she doesn't, she's going to get corrected. And that's just how it goes from here on out to keep the pack harmonious. So this little thing can be stable in her brain and not neurotic, because very often a little girl like this, this breed and similar breeds, they get neurotic because nobody's checking their behavior. We didn't get a small dog to be a big dog leader, right? Well, they're still dogs. They still got a dog brain. And if we let them get away with everything because they're small, they go crazy. Good. Stay. See how stable she looks? She's listening. That's why. She's taking direction. She's being domesticated. Once they go off on their own and decide they're going to behave however they want to, loony bin. Stay. Good. Look at that brain. That's a nice brain. That's the brain that I'm petting and that I'm rewarding. The reason I say her name first, I don't want any anxiety and I don't want any confusion. So I'm talking to other humans. I'm doing life. None of these words are for her. When I say her name, that means I'm talking to her. Okay? That'll take her anxiety down. Also, it works on her impulse. If I say her name, it doesn't mean she can just guess at what I want. Josie, you're a good girl. Break.
Good girl.
Yeah.